I prefer pi as 3.14159. Everything else feels like a rounding error. My name is Victor Ashley with Skyline Properties. I'm a real estate agent out of Seattle, Washington. You could reach me directly at 425-559-4590. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and following. I just want to take a quick moment and say thank you again to anyone that's actually been watching my videos. We just hit 75 subscribers, and also when you include the shorts, we're over 20,000 views. It's kind of interesting. I was surprised that it would resonate that much. So I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and she's like, "Victor, who's your target audience? I don't really understand it. It's you. It's you." I'm trying to reach out to my friends, my family, my colleagues, and just kind of educate them and give them a daily, just a daily tidbit on the real estate market or how to buy a house, or just something that might be important to them, because it's important to me, because I'm also in the home buying journey, and I want to express my thoughts, my fears, my concerns, my goals with you also as I do this. So we'll just grow together, kind of thing. So that's really the reason why I'm doing this. And I want to thank you guys for actually watching it. Okay, so let's go into our review. And if you don't know, I review daily the Seattle market. Right now, I'm tracking 4 zip codes inside of LYNNWOOD, as well as 2 in Seattle proper, so just in that general Seattle core. And then I'm also thinking about going across the water and also doing some in the east side, but right now I'm just trying to concentrate on these ones because these are the ones that matter to the people I talk to. So let's get into it. Let's go into your neighborhood potentially. So we're doing LYNNWOOD today, LYNNWOOD 98036. And I got it pulled up on my desktop here, but the LYNNWOOD 98036 zip code, yesterday we did the Mount Lake Terrace, and it's right here. It kind of is that little spot that's in between in there. This is LYNNWOOD proper, also Alderwood, and a little bit of Briar, just so you know. So the reason why I pointed this out, because this is about 15 miles north of the Space Needle proper, 12 to 15 miles north of Space Needle proper, just so you have an idea of exactly where it is in this area. Actually, and then on top of that, this is on the apex of where there's both I-5 and I-405, they meet. And then at the same time, the Boeing plant's up there, and this is in between Everett and Seattle. So you have an idea exactly where this is. This is adjacent to Mill Creek. Just wanted to give you guys just a quick walk on. And again, I apologize for the locals, but this is also because I'm trying to make this as forthcoming to everybody that might be just tuning in. So let's go into our market data. So I scraped the market this morning, and it was kind of interesting because I was looking over some of the numbers from the week prior. And again, I don't review these exactly on a hard rotation, so there was about an 8-9 day delay. But I pulled up a couple that I thought were kind of interesting. There was a couple that were significantly below the market last week, and they are all pending. Everything else that is right at market or just about over is still on the market right now. So I wanted to give a quick update to some of the people that they're saying, hey, I'm noticing that, houses are going quicker. That's if they're priced significantly below the market right now. What is market, Victor? Let's talk about that. So right now, market rate in the LYNNWOOD 98036 area is $493 a square foot. So what that comes out to, though, just so you have an idea, the available house under $1 million is $806,000, 75 days on market right now on average, 3.5 bedrooms, 2 baths, and just over 1730 square feet. So it's 1738 to be exact. So the reason why I did that is because when I pull up my list over here, just so you're aware, there's 16 houses that are available, but you see this right here? That's our $1 million range. And the reason why we don't do that is because our buyer curve is too high. That misses the buyer curve for the majority of people that actually buy in this area. And again, I only review, if you're new to the channel, I only review houses that are under $1 million. When you look at some of these days on here, we have like 4, 5, 6 months. We almost have 7 months on market. And it's very specifically because it's in a price point that's too high for the majority of buyers. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys. Okay, so going back into our average house, it's $806,000. Let's give an idea exactly how much that would actually cost to buy in today's money. So today's money right now to loan is right around 3.5%, 7.5%. Interest rates are in flux right now, so I did these numbers a little bit on the lower side at 7.35, just so you have an idea. But I wanted to be really cautious and just tell you interest rates are 100% on you and the timing of the market. So it depends on your credit scenario, how much money you're bringing down, your length of your job, any kind of credit score, as well as your FICO, and it's completely dependent on you. And it's you're going to have to talk to a mortgage advisor to actually get a hard number for your situation. If you have questions on that and how to do that, you could reach out to me, and I'll be happy to get you in touch with a couple of people I know and work with. That would be happy to run you some numbers just so you have a quick idea, and it's more of a consultation at that point, just so if you're curious on that. Okay, so let's move on. Using our numbers, though, I put in what does it actually take to buy that house, the average house. The average theoretical house is at 1,738 square feet, 3.5 beds, and 2 bathrooms. So in this area, that is going to cost you $806,000, $806,000. But to get to a purchase price, a purchase budget, roughly of that magnitude, you're going to need $230,000 household income, low monthly debts, and about $60,000 down payment. This is going to put you in the conventional range. This is going to be about 7% conventional. But I just wanted to give you an idea where I'm getting my numbers for this. So using the 7.35 that I was just talking about earlier, actually 7.36, my bad. Again, rounding errors. Today is Pi Day, if you didn't know. It's 314, and I prefer rounding errors a little bit more. So gives you an idea. To actually buy this house, it's going to cost you, you're going to need a household income of $235,000. Monthly payment, though, on that side is going to be $5,221 a month. Now, this is, again, only your payment and your interest. This is not including any kind of taxes, insurance, HOA fee, or any kind of special assessments. So you want to be very specific on this when you're actually putting your household budget together. And then, because I want to give an affordability update for everybody, if you were to rent this exact house right now, the theoretical house that we're talking about theoretically buying, it would cost you roughly $3,000 a month in rent. It would be exactly $3,006 according to my rent calculator, because the rents in the LYNNWOOD area we established last week were $1.73 a square foot per month. So it would cost you roughly $3,000 a month to actually rent it. To buy it, though, it's going to be at least $5,200 to buy it. And that gives us a cost, a difference of a delta of cost to buy versus the cost of rent is 134%. And again, I'm rounding just so you know. So 174% more to actually buy right now than it is to rent. So this is one of the reasons why we're running into an issue with a lot of people staying on the sidelines right now. You might be in the same situation as me. My situation, I have 2 beds, 1 bath, 700 something square feet. I'm still looking for the extra 70 that they told me it was around here somewhere. But I'm sitting there and I'm paying $2,000 a month. Now to actually buy a house that's even close to that, I'm going to have to be spending at least $3,500 a month. So now it comes down to a budget issue. Does this work for my budget or not? This might be the same situation as yours. So that's the reason why I wanted to go through this. And now you have an understanding of where rents are versus cost to buy. Okay, so let's go into one of these houses real quick, and we'll give you a quick rundown of what we have, and then also what's available, and then we'll wrap it up for today. So let's take a look at one that's been on the market for just a little bit longer. And I want to point this one out because this is some of the stuff that we've been seeing in the last couple of months, and actually in the last year. It's very specific, and I wanted to talk about it. So here we have a house that's been on the market for 54 days. It was originally priced at exactly $1 million, and now it's at 975. It's 3 beds, a little under 2 baths, so it's 1 3/4 bath, and it's 1,430 square feet. It's on a smaller lot size, just under 1/5 of an acre. And again, if you're wondering what an acre is, I'm actually going to do a video on that later to actually show you physically what an acre looks like in a parking lot or something like that. Okay, so I just wanted to give you an idea of this. So where they're at, though, they've kind of missed the mark on the market, okay? Because we already know that our average price per square foot is $493, right? They're listed this at $681 per square foot. Now they're going to stay on the market for a while. More than likely, they're going to get somebody that's from out of state or somebody that hasn't run comps and doesn't understand exactly what they're buying. And you're going to notice as we go into the actual house, the actual house is like really pretty. You know, that's not the issue at all. It's just our cost is just super high. You're going to see a lot of the finishings in here are a lot of what you see in the new construction. But I want to give you a rundown of this just so you know and you have an idea that you're going to be competing on this kind of market with new construction that's coming on. That's a good segue. Let's go into that. So number 5 is that new construction that they are going to be competing with. These are coming on, and they're going to be done with construction right about May is what they're thinking. These are brand new. There's very little wrong with them. They're townhouses that are coming on right now. So again, for roughly the same size square footage wise, you're going to be spending $475 per square foot. Now, you're not going to have a yard, but is that yard really going to be worth the extra $150,000? It's completely up to you. It's completely up to you what you want, what kind of finishes you want. But as you can tell, this is an artist rendering, so I can't actually show you what it looks like. But they're going to start doing tours here in April. And this is the kind of stuff that's coming on, and it's undercutting the market at the current point. So any kind of existing houses right now, you're going to have some sort of undercut going on, and you need to be aware of that if you're actually going to be in the market right now, because either the market to sell, you're going to be competing with new construction that's coming on, older inventory that's been sitting there for a while. And then on top of that, you have the spring rush. So I'm anticipating on the spring rush side, you know, we're going to have, you know, our regular, we're going to have quite a bit of people come onto the market, and we're still going to see houses sit. It's because we are running into so much of an issue between the sellers that are actually selling for competitive to market and the sellers that are trying to get the money that they left on the table last year. Okay, so let's go into our last one, and then we'll just call it good. Here's one that came on 4 days ago, and this is an example of one that's actually cutting below the market quite a bit. So this is just under 2,800 square feet. There's 6 bedrooms in this and 3 baths. This is a huge house, and I want to get into this because it was a little bit of an outlier, but I also wanted to show you what this looks like. This one here, it looks like they had a total you know, rebuild of the house, and it's only $800,000. It's only $800,000, and your price per square foot comes out to $289. This is almost exactly half of our average in the area. This is going to go quickly because not only does it have a larger lot, but it also has a better cost per square foot. So anybody that's actually going to be buying it, they want a bigger house, more than likely they're going to be picking this one up. It's only been on the market for 4 days. And let's take a quick look on the inside. So this is the front of the house over here. Looks like a smaller house on the outside. But then if you look on the back of the house, it's completely built out. So, you know, this just gives you an idea. You know, never judge a book by its cover, and never judge a house by what it looks like at the front door. So yeah, just from what I can tell, it's a decent sized looking house, but it's completely it looks like it's upkept. It's a huge addition that has been put in this house. And then at the same time too, you have some opportunities to do your own upgrades as you want. Okay. So in conclusion, I just wanted to thank you again for following my channel. As we can tell in this area, the cost to rent versus the cost to buy is 174% right now. Then at the same time, we have some houses that are staying on the market right now because sellers might be trying to reach at costs, at prices that were last year. Now we're going into the spring, and this is going to be an interesting sit down. I'm also going to pitch, just so you know, I have a follow-up on this. I'm going to be talking about some of the economic stuff here. And again, I'm not an economist. I'm not your real estate agent right now. You can hire me, though. You can hire me at 425-559-4590. And as always, it was a pleasure working with you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.